So I was looking up something today according to what I was thinking, and I was like, what was on my mind, what prompted my mind, this thing of mine up here, is something happened recently. I was talking, when you're in a group of people, and I noticed how, normally people throw jabs and say things, we do that back and forth. And the person was getting ready to say something to me, and they did start a couple of words, and then they shook their head like, like, And I guess they realized I didn't even look at them or acknowledge that I peeped that, right? But it made me feel good that they caught themselves before repeating something that someone that, like others in a group, would always say, according to their thoughts and beliefs and how they attack people with their words. And so that just made me notice something about that person. It's like they're working on themselves. They are willing to look at themselves and catch themselves when they know they're going to say something that may hurt another person, that is like a dig to another person, something that just they wouldn't want done to themselves, I think, right? And those are the type of people that are willing to go the extra step for themselves. Like, I've heard before, which was told to me, you have to fight for yourself. Work it out and fight for yourself. And so I was looking something up along those lines today, and what came up was judging yourself versus self-awareness. And here are some things I'm going to read that I came up with. It's like, because, you're always wondering about, are these really my thoughts? Where did I get this from? Why do I think like this? And things of that nature. And so the influence of our environment from childhood, we're immersed in a mix of family beliefs, neighborhood attitudes, work culture, and just a broader society. All of these shape how we think, respond, and express ourselves, often in ways we don't even notice. This doesn't mean that our thoughts aren't our own, but our inner landscape is textured by external voices and experiences. So recognizing this is not a reason for self-judgment. It's actually a sign of self-awareness. Not beating yourself up. It's easy to feel like we should be fully self-created, untouched by others' influence. But realistically, that's impossible. Our minds naturally absorb filler and reflect what's around us. The real empowerment lies within noticing these influences, not in trying to erase them. I've done that often. Erase this shit. Delete. When you spot patterns or inherited reactions, especially the ones that don't serve you or others, give yourself credit for catching them. That's growth, not failure. So a shifting world, shifting minds, the world is always changing. Social norms, the way people communicate, even what's considered funny or appropriate. Some people learn this change, becoming more self-aware and intentional. You witnessed this firsthand with your friend, the moment they caught themselves before repeating something hurtful or reflective. That pause is huge. And yes, it was. It just made me just want to love on that person so much more, you know? Like, wow, you're a beautiful soul. The significance of the pause. In that moment, the person exercised awareness and restraint instead of running on automatic. They chose to stop and consider the effort of their words. That small shake of the head spoke volumes. Man, I'm telling you, it did. They were rewriting an old script in real time, refusing to perpetrate something that didn't feel right. So by noticing and not calling it out, by observing silently, it says that you're also practicing empathy. Sometimes letting people have those growth moments without putting a spotlight on them supports their progress. It's an unspoken encouragement, insight for content creation, and gives ideas to leverage your own work. Our minds aren't isolated. They're constantly influenced by community, culture, and interpersonal experience. How people grow is often a process of unlearning, stepping outside of old patterns and becoming more intentional. That's it. I just wanted to talk about that today because it just warmed my heart and made me feel so good to watch that. You know, I didn't let them know that I noticed it. It's just so beautiful.
I walk these streets, echoes in my mind, breathing in voices I can't leave behind. Family songs linger in my head, neighbors' laughter, the words they said. Some days I think my thoughts are my own, but the traces of you in me are overgrown. I catch myself halfway to reply, old habits knocking, but I turn a blind eye. Bit by bit, I'm learning to see who I am and who's been shaping me. We're mosaics of everyone we've ever known, fragments of love painted sticks and stones. But I choose the colors, I rearrange the lines. I'm building a mosaic mind, and I
Yeah. What is a mosaic mind? A mosaic mind refers to the idea that the human mind is made up of many distinct parts or facets. Much like pieces in a mosaic artwork, each segment represents different aspects of one's personality, experiences, strengths, and perspectives. The term is most notably explored in the context of psychology and personal development, particularly in relation to the internal family systems model, where it's used to describe how individuals, especially trauma survivors, have multiple selves or parts within them. Interpretations and uses. In psychology and trauma recovery, the book The Mosaic Mind, Empowering the Tormented Selves of Child Abuse Survivors by Regina Goulding and Richard Schwartz, delves into how survivors of traumatic experiences often develop multiple inner parts or identities. These parts can be resources for healing, growth, and resilience. The mosaic metaphor honors the complexity and beauty of these inner selves, suggesting that a healthy personality is naturally multiple and can use inner dialogue to heal and integrate these parts. In learning and intelligence, in education and philosophy, the mosaic mind suggests every learner possesses a unique blend of skills, learning preferences and interests. Personalized learning, such as that enabled by AI, can arrange the pieces of individual intelligence for maximized growth, engagement, and support. In leadership and creativity, mosaic thinking also describes a way of synthesizing various ideas, interests, and perspectives into new innovations and solutions. Leaders and creative thinkers tap into this mode by exploring, reflecting, and combining diverse insights to create something original and effective. How it applies in life. You might experience a mosaic mind when you notice diverse strengths in yourself, process multiple viewpoints, or work through various emotional and cognitive patterns. It's relevant for personal growth, healing inner selves, navigating trauma, accepting all parts, and creative work, combining ideas into new solutions. Summary. A mosaic mind isn't about fragmentation. It's about embracing complexity. It acknowledges that your thoughts, feelings, and skills aren't uniform, but rather a rich, interconnected tapestry. This mindset can be empowering in personal development, therapy, leadership, learning, and creativity.